Hello and welcome to another tutorial video for lesson 31, how to create a pop-up sign form in MailerLite. So this one here, Andre's Choice, is the form that I started putting together for my free prequel short story. If you hover over the image on the side and click the preview, it will allow you to see a preview of how your form will look. So this is how my form will look on my actual Arthur website. For these forms, once you have it created, you actually need to embed it on your Arthur website, and that's how this form will actually pop up when somebody visits your Arthur website, for example. I'm just going to demonstrate how to create one of these. First, you will need to click the Create Form here, so I'm just going to click this green button. And then it will bring you to this form where you have to actually name your form, and they give you these different types of selections. We're going to need the pop-up one for newsletter subscribers, so I'm just going to keep it selected on there, and I'm just going to name this one Test, since this is just a example. Or I'll just call it Demo, since this is a demonstration. Then you can click Save and Continue. And after you do that, then you will need to select the actual group that one would join after signing into your form. For mine, it would be Risen Halo Book Club, so I'm just going to click that one. So whenever someone signs up with your form, whatever form that it is, they will automatically join this group, whatever group that it is. Then you can just click Continue. And then it will bring you to all of the different templates that they have available. Or you could actually build one from scratch. I'm just going to go to Resource Sharing, and I'm just going to click this one down here for an example, the Daily Tips. Here is the actual form. You have two different sides here in the workspace. On this side is where all of the different elements for the drag and drop is located, so you can add different headings, text, images, videos, whatever it is that you want to drag onto the form. As you can see, the green outlined boxes, these are the different elements that are on this form. So if you want to add something, all you have to do is just take one of these elements. You just take one of the elements and then just drag it over, and it will add that text or whatever it is that you dragged to the form. The little paintbrush here is where you can actually change colors for different things. For example, for the button, or like for any headers or anything, you can change the colors that way. Or for like the headers, you can just highlight over top of it and click where it says text color here, and just choose whatever text that you wanna, whatever color you wanna pick. And you can also choose like more colors, you know, based on the little codes here. You can actually choose colors that way if you want. I think that's just about the blue that I used for mine, so I'm just going to leave it on that one. And you also can change the text, what type of font that you want. whether you want it to be header 1, header 2, or header 3. But I think it's a good idea to leave it on header 1 for the first thing that they see, on the actual form. So I'm just going to put get a free prequel short story, just for an example. And I'll just put read the prequel short story to my debut novel, Eva's Promise. So I just put that in here. You want to have something that's more like engaging than this, though, like giving a little bit of detail about what your story is about or something like that, or the genre of it or something, is probably better to put in here instead of just read the prequel short story. But this is just an example. I'm going to change the button and use the same color that I have on the header for that. Or at least try to find the same color. I'll just copy this and paste it in here. There we go. Now both of them match. You can change the header for the text as well. You make it like bold or something like that. I'll just leave it on there like that, I guess. I'll just put discover the backstory of Andre and Eva and the last minute decision that changed their life forever. There. And I'll just put this one at 2, and then you can just center that. You can change the picture on the side if there's like another picture by going on this side of your workspace. At the top here, they have the different styles, how you want your pop-up to look. The first one is Lightbox, which is what it's on right now. You can have it on like a slide in, where the form like slides in on your website. You can do a half screen, you can do a full screen, or you can have it be like a floater at the bottom of your website. Of course, I'm just going to keep it on Lightbox, but you can change it that way. You can also change like the width, how wide or thick you want it to be, and any like background style colors you can change as well. It's on white for right now, but if I wanted to, I could put it on a different color, like a darker blue or something like that if you want. But I'm just going to keep it on the white. Let's just keep it on the white. You can give it a shadow if you want around your pop-up form, and you can change the layout on the actual form. Right now it's on right sidebar, so that whatever image it is, it will be on the right side. You can change it on the left side as well, or you can just take the sidebar off. I'm going to keep it on the left side. Put it on the left. And as far as the image, you can go down here where it says image and just click on whatever image it is currently. And you can then go to all of your different files, whatever things that you uploaded on here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this instead, the actual cover, and insert that. And you can do a fill, or you can do like the fit. And I'm just going to increase the width like that. But I hope you're still getting the idea of how you can go about making your form. But that's pretty much how you can do that. And as far as the fields, you just have to click over that, and on this side it shows you how the fields are set up. You can rearrange these. If you want the name first, you can just drag that up to the top, and then it'll show the name first and then their email. You can also add other fields if you want by clicking this add field, and you can have them put in their last name if you want, or you can just leave that off and delete it. But that's how to set that up. And you can change the whatever it is that's on the actual button. You can change that as well and just delete what's on there and put subscribe, or you can add something and just put subscribe and download, something like that. And that's how you can change that. But that's how you can actually create a pop-up form. And then up here where it says success, that's how it will look after they fill out the form. So whatever you want in here, you can edit that as well, how you want it to look. For example, subscribed successfully. You can have that in there. And then you can edit what message you want at the bottom as well. For example, check your inbox. Check your inbox for your free short story. So you can put a message in about them checking their inbox or something like that. Is how you can have the success page be shown. They also have these little green edges here, so you can actually increase the width of how wide you actually want it as well on here. So I'm just going to leave it like that, but that is how you can go about the success page for the pop-up. But once you are done, editing, all you have to do is click the green button here that says Done Editing. And then once you do that, it will bring you to this page where you can decide how often that you actually want the pop-up to show, and you can control the timing of your pop-up. For example, it has 5 seconds here. You can control how often it shows. Set the period when you want to show the pop-up to the same user again, or if you want it to if you want it to be only shown every so often, you can control that underneath the frequency. But if you always want it to show, then you can just keep always show selected here, and based on however you want it to be set up as far as how you want the pop-up to behave, then you just have to click the Save Changes here, the green button. You can also control if you want it to be hid like on the desktop but shown on mobile or whatever as well. And then this here, the JavaScript, is what you're going to actually need to embed your pop-up on your website. So you would copy this and then put it into HTML underneath your website. But that's pretty much how to create a pop-up form for MailerLite. And then it will show underneath your forms, and again you can just click to preview and it'll show a preview of your form. But I hope this was helpful to some degree at least. But that's all for this tutorial video, and thank you for watching.